Hello and welcome live to VAR Nation, our YouTube channel dedicated to everything DC Comics, DC TV and movies, and of course our favorite MMO, DC Universe Online. And this is Rock VAR here with Bodhi and Lida, and we would like to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, season's greetings, whatever it is that you celebrate this time of year. We wish you the best to you and yours from all of us. Bodhi is being very vocal about it right now. He's like, no, I don't wish you merry anything. You're interrupting my bottle time, people. Yeah, do you wish him Merry Christmas, Bodhi? He's wishing you a pterodactyl Christmas from Bodhi. Come on, pterodactyl for him. Pterodactyl for the people. What do you have to say? That's a Merry Bodhi Christmas right there. So we're going to do some of the seasonal content here in DC Universe Online, which is a free-to-play MMO. Right now, they've actually extended the free-to-play. Well, it's always free-to-play, but they've got open content right now. You don't have to pay for any of the content to be able to do it. So, if you have a membership like we do, we've got legendary memberships, which I'm surprised that actually I checked both of our memberships and they're good through the end of the year. A lot of yours is good through March, so we must have just paid for that and not realized it. Bodhi's laughing. He's like, I did that. But if you have a membership to DC Universe Online, you get all of the content for free, and you pay. I pay $29.99 every 3 months, so it's not expensive at all. Now that is a sale price. It's normally $39.99 for a 3-month membership, so you have to get that when it's on sale to get the lower price. But Lida does not get the sale price. It's a long story. For whatever reason, her membership didn't auto-renew, and so we had to end up picking it back up at the regular price. And I don't mind doing that, to be honest with you. $39.99 every 3 months. I probably spend that on some really ridiculous, stupid crap. Cigarettes. Yeah, there we go. Because I did drop the vape and go back to the cigarettes a few months ago, and I'm being forced against my will to quit smoking again January 1. But yeah, I spend at least that on cigarettes, probably more. So, and if you're a kid, you live at your parents' house, I don't know, how much would that be to someone who lives at home still? Just don't eat lunch for like 3 weeks. No, I'm not saying that. Really do eat lunch. But, it's not that much money is what I'm getting at. But right now, all of the episodes, all of the content is open, completely open, free access for everyone who just, plays the game. And that was originally going to only be through the end of the year. And they extended that through the end of January. So you've got an entire extra month that you can play DC Universe Online absolutely free. So join us. Join the fun. I'm going to come over here now. If you don't play the game, this is what happens. Every year during Christmas time, or Hanukkah time, or whatever you celebrate, we have the Season's Greetings event. What did you say? Kwanzaa? Is that what's right now? What the hell is Kwanzaa? I thought that was also Jewish. I could be wrong. I don't know. I have no idea. So whatever you celebrate during this time of year, we have Season's Greetings in DC Universe Online. Personally, I celebrate Season's Greetings. It's a very fun time of year in DC Universe Online. You'll see Hal Jordan and his magnificent tree is in the Watchtower, and the Orange Lantern Larfleeze. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with Larfleeze, but Larfleeze is an orange lantern, the only, I think, orange lantern to begin with. And his whole thing is that he likes to steal stuff. He likes shiny objects. And so during this time of year, the theory is that he goes nuts and steals Christmas. He's like the Grinch of the superhero world. And what's happening right now is that all the Christmas displays that are set up in Metropolis and Gotham for all of the good little boys and girls out there, Larfleeze has created Orange Lantern constructs that are stealing those presents and bringing them back to him. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go talk to Hal and we're going to pick up the mission to go. And every time I go to Gotham's East End, it's just where I like to celebrate the holidays. So we go to Gotham's East End, and we're going to stop the Orange Lantern constructs from stealing the presents. Then we're going to go and we're going to smack down Larfleeze to his face and stop him from doing his master plan. And the whole reason that we do this is to get stuff. There's all kinds of stuff that we can get. So what I've recently done, I've got 1 feat. I've got all of the base items so far that I needed to get the feat. But one of the things that is part of it is the Wonder Woman tree. And you can see all the little Wonder Woman ornaments on it. And you put that up in your base and it looks awesome. There's a large one and a small one. So now what I'm trying to get, in order to get the next feat, is I have to get all of the Krampus gear. And so, I think it's in here, yeah. So I can get Krampus horns. I can get the whole outfit. And I have to get the whole outfit. Once I do, I get a 1-star feat. And the reason I'm doing that is to get skill points. So for those of you that are aware, skill points are a thing again. Stats Matter, they've had a couple versions of it now on the test server. And so that's coming, I'm guessing, relatively soon. So it's time for all of us who had initially, grinded for skill points and then gave up when skill points no longer were a thing. It's time for us to get back in action. And that's what I've been doing. As you can see, I'm up to 199 skill points now. So 1 more skill point, and I'm a member of the 200 Club. And I have been wanting to be a member of the 200 Club since I knew what it was. So I don't even know when that was. But I've got 1 skill point I haven't used. So I'm going to do that right now. And what I desperately need, I'm not sure, really. See, I've got to the point where I've got all of the DPS stuff. So at this point, I'm just getting more weapon masteries, and I do have to go back, and I'm just waiting to do that because they're getting ready to redo how the trees work, and so I can go through and get what I need without having to get every weapon tree like I've got here. But I'm trying to figure out if I've got all the VIT, because that's probably what I need. As a DPS, you can't rely on controllers in this game anymore. We pissed them off so much that no one wants to be a controller anymore. I say that jokingly. I met a guy the other day, an awesome troll, who was very kind. I got into a couple of good raids over the weekend because they had the double ancient coin weekend, or was it double? 50% more. I don't know if that really is double, but whatever it is. It's not really. But anyway, I did both raids of the new raids, and they are fun. And I got into a couple of really good groups with, top tier players. I was the lowest combat rating. I'm now a 186, I think. As you can see, I got my top that I was wanting. But I got into a couple of really good groups, and they were very pleasant to be in a raid with. I'll tell you how pleasant they were. I actually put my voice chat on, and I never do that anymore because it's just basically like a natural instinct to stay out of voice chat these days, because you never know what you're going to get. Half the time I feel like you're just going to get attacked. But I put on my voice chat, and it was a very pleasant experience. And so honestly, I'm sorry I don't remember any of the names of those players, but I do want to thank them for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful raiding experience. I'm looking at my friends list right now to see. I don't think any of them are on. So anyway, let's get to it. Let's go talk to Hal.
The power in Larfleeze's ring is the exact opposite
get on
of the
it.
true spirit of the holiday season. Recover the stolen holiday goods and show him what the holiday season is really about. Generosity.
So we accept, and now we're off. Whoa, check out this Green Lantern. Very cool. Alright, we're going to head to Gotham's East End. And I apologize if I can't tell if we've got good internet connection tonight or not. I'm guessing because it hasn't told us that we're too low. Our internet it's really good now where we are. I mean, I've got like 14.5 megabytes per second upload speed or download speed. I've only got like 2 uh, download. So, but we've had some really good luck. But the other night, for whatever reason, it was really, really cold here, and I don't know if that had anything to do. Our internet now is through cable, so it's high speed. But I do not know what the deal was. It was really cold in the single digits, but our internet speed dropped down to like 4 Mbps. But now it's back up, so I don't know. Maybe they had a failure with the equipment. The kind of funny thing is now where we are, where we live again. I used to work for the people who have the cable company. I know them pretty well. I was a semi-celebrity here. I was the hometown DJ for almost 10 years in this town, and I mean radio DJ. We had the #1 radio station in the market, and we were included in the Columbus market, which is huge. But when I worked for the family, they owned the radio station, the movie theater, the cable company, the Kroger, the liquor store. They owned the town, and they had just put in the high-speed internet right before I left, and so, you know, it's not too big of a thing for me to assume that there may be a technical difficulty, because no, they do a really good job. It's a really, you know, they're dedicated to what they do, but I also know them. So I know shit happens. I've seen behind the scenes, I guess, is where I'm going with that. And, you know, shit does happen. We all know that with big, you know, national companies like Suddenlink or Frontier or AT&T, blah, 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 but they have ridiculous amounts of employees that they pay overtime to that can go out and fix those problems. These guys, you know, they're a hometown provider. So, but, you know, I'm not going to complain at all, because number one, I hope to get some sponsorship for the show, and number two, and I'm going to see about getting something put on radio, because when I worked there, how would I say it? You know, I did the air shifts, I did the news, I did the weather, but also I produced every show that was on air. So we had multiple talk shows. I hosted several, but I also produced pretty much everything. And so I'm hoping to produce my own show and get that put on air now. And it will be comic book and superhero related if I can help it. But until that time, you know, I may be getting some local sponsorship now, because I'm in an area where people know who I am, and they don't know what I'm doing necessarily with the streaming and stuff like that. But, like, for example, before, when I did radio shows, when I would be on air, Domino's would bring free pizza. You know, I never paid for McDonald's when I lived here. Because I would do the live broadcast from the McDonald's, and so I'd go through the drive-through and bada bing, bada boom, you know, on the house and whatnot. So maybe things will get back. I really don't know a lot of people that work at the local restaurants here, except for my dude at Domino's. I did see the other day when I went in. I was happy to see him, and so you know, we may have some potential real-world sponsorship happening to the show here. It's just, it'll take a couple minutes for me to get out and get acclimated again in the area. But it shouldn't take too long, because it's not a small town, but it's a bigger town than we just came from. We were living in West Virginia and the boondocks of the world, and now we're back. We're only about maybe 40 minutes from Columbus. So we're, you know, not far from the city. And the town that we live in now, probably 4 or 5 times bigger than the town we just came from. So I can any restaurant that I want to eat at is 3 blocks away, 4 blocks away max, which is the greatest thing for me because I love being in the city. I love hearing honking horns and neighbors fighting and cars whizzing by and wrecking into each other, sirens and lights, and that's my heaven. I do not like living in the country as much. Number one, I hate having to drive to places when I want to go to them. Number two, I'm not a fan of, hillbilly mentalities. Number three, power outages and things like that suck. Living on top of a hill where you have to snowboard down it every time you go to work or anywhere else sucks. Right now I have off-street parking and I have a place to park in the back of the house. And I would just assume use the off-street parking. Because, it's easy. I just walk outside my front door, there's my car, I'm already on the road. I don't have to I don't have to drive to anything. And I really don't. If the power goes out here, I can walk to the closest restaurant and get food. We haven't cooked since we've been here. And that is okay by me. In fact, that's what tonight we have a Chinese restaurant 2 blocks away. And so we ate Chinese for like the first week we were here every day. And so now I've got lo mein noodles sitting here in front of me. I'm trying to eat with chopsticks while I'm playing the game. But it was fun. I don't know. We've lived in a place for a little while where no one knew who we were, and it was fun at first because we're kind of private people. We don't like people knowing our business. But when I went out to something yesterday and somebody approached me, and I had a hoodie on, and somebody approached me and they're like, "Hey, didn't you used to be on the radio here?" I'm like, yes I did. Would you like an autograph? No, because they didn't ask that. But it, makes you feel good, even though it may be meaningless to some people. It's fun for me. I don't get a lot of thrills in my life. So these are the Orange Lantern constructs. These guys, their goal here is to take these presents and get them back to Larfleeze. And we are trying to stop them. When that happens, when the
I love the winter holiday.
I don't know what you would call that, grounding effect or the getting trapped hit block. And you don't even have to hold it, just hit it and it'll break you out. You'll do the breakout effect or whatever. Oh, ah. I just dig the music. I don't know if I have it up loud enough for you guys to hear or not. This is the coolest music ever. Oh. Hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. We're doing some seasonal content here on DC Universe Online.
Wasn't content to steal just presents this holiday season. He's escalated to stealing power rings from fallen
I got a lump of coal.
near the conflict in Metropolis. The more rings he gets, the more powerful he becomes, and that's not good for anybody. The rings have left an enormous energy signature, and I'm tracing it now. I've pinpointed his location. He's holed up at a secret research facility. I'm adding the location to your on-duty tab. Head there, and I'll contact you on site.
Did you get that? So Oracle just being pretty bossy. Didn't really get anything. What's that? Oh, I have 15 lumps of coal. I've been a real dick. Oh, that's an Athena statue for the league. I think I've got a Zeus. Hecates. I think that, I'm not sure how you say that. I said it Hecades, and I think I was wrong. Pretty sure it was. So anyway, let's queue up. It shouldn't take us very long to go in here. Now there's some rules to this. Some things you have to do besides just fight Larfleeze. And it angers me and frustrates me, I'll tell you that, because this is stats are clamped going in here, but it's not quite as bad as it was last year. Last year I came in here, I was a top combat rating at the time, and it was hard to, Larfleeze could kill me fairly easily, and I didn't enjoy it very much. And so this year it seems like they've backed that off a little bit, and our combat rating is flattened, but it seems like my stats aren't flattened quite as much. I don't know if that's the truth or if it's the way it feels, but it feels much funner this year, so thank you, DCUO. Because I was not a happy camper last year. I did a lot of cursing and being pissed about it. This year, I'm not. I'm in a jolly good mood. Speaking of jolly good moods, we've got our tree now in the living room. We're going to decorate it. We were going to decorate it tonight, and that didn't happen, but we're going to decorate it soon. And Bodhi's first Christmas. So this should be exciting. I have not been in the Christmas spirit for a long, long time. And neither is Lyda. We've pretty much just hated the holiday. It's a long story. We tried to have Bodhi. We should have had Bodhi the first time about, 12 years ago. And it didn't happen. And so then about a year ago, we almost had Bodhi, or 2 years ago, we almost had Bodhi again, and it didn't happen. And it was devastating, and our lives sucked, and we hated it. Happened right around Christmas. And so now, the first Christmas in our lives, our prayers have been answered. We're excited about the holidays, and we can't be more thankful because we've got a nice little healthy Bodhi, and he's got a little Santa hat. My mom sent us a package for him for Christmas, and he's got a little Santa hat. So we've got to take out these Orange Lantern constructs and then carry the balls over and break these beams. Apparently this person doesn't know that. So, and they can be quite far away. Yep, and if that happens, if you don't get over there in time, he turns into this pissed off snowman. Hey, punk. You gotta beat the snowman down. Okay, so pick him up. The arrow tells you where to go. Go over to it. It breaks the beam. Once all 4 beams are broken, you can then fight Larfleeze. You're gonna beat him pretty much. And this is gonna happen 3 times. So you have to go through this whole process 3 times. Once you've done it 3 times, then you can actually beat Larfleeze and cuff him, and you get your reward. What the hell? Didn't I get that? Shit, I guess I didn't. I gotta beat down this snowman. Okay, pick him up. Go towards the thingy, dude. There you go. Nice. Good job, teammate. He can't hear me because I'm not in the chat, but probably would be helpful if I would do that. Go over there. There you go. Nice. Alright, now Larfleeze is out. Now we gotta spank his bottom. Gotta give him a pants down spanking. He normally does stay somewhere far up high too. Alright, so then he's going to do that. Now we got to go do this again. Start the process all over. And I normally try to find one where I'm by myself. They're going to appear right above it, so if you start hitting them right here, that way you don't have to run across the entire map. Pick them up. Take them over to the thingy. Break it. Move on to the next one. Looks like my partner over here is getting that done. Oh, we worked almost as a team. It's kind of hard for the healer to do. I mean, he's trying to heal and everything else. So there's going to be one of them where you kind of have to just help out. As a DPS, yes, it is your job to carry them also, because you're not going to find a lot of other roles in here. There will normally be a healer if you have the perfect group set. I never unset the perfect group because I like roles. I like to be the only DPS. I like to have a tank. I like to have a healer. And I like to have a controller. Unfortunately, in the new content that we've been doing, take the soda. In the new content that we've been doing, people are going in as their roles and then flipping a DPS. So you end up with 3 DPS and a healer, which is why I made the comment earlier about nobody likes to troll anymore, because in the newer content, we're getting stuck with just a healer, no troll, no tank. It's working out for me because I've got the power back thing with my advanced mechanic, and I've got a lot of bit and power because I know that's going to be the case. And some, you know, over the past 2 years, I've realized that there's not going to be a lot of trolling because, quite honestly, in my opinion, we as a community have ruined people wanting to be trolls. I mean, I can tell you from experience, from Lida being a troll, that I would never... I like trolling, and I will troll. I will not put up with the manure that people put trolls through. And so if you are a sensitive person, it's hard to be a controller because everything becomes your fault. And people are nasty to trolls. So I honestly think that's why we don't have many in the game anymore. Oh, this is just, we gotta defeat Larfleeze now. I may die. Yep, I just may. If I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I'm going to. Yeah, we may have to end up doing the present thing, because we don't have what it's going to take to just beat him outright. My soders would come back. Nope. I spent too much time running my jibs. You may need me to tank. As soon as everybody's done, I'm gonna break out a repair bot. No, you can't. No, you can't. I just went over to it. Okay. I just did it. Unless I didn't read it correctly. It says the vendor cannot repair items. Hey, we got, why is, ooh, he's a 188. How'd that happen? Oh. Repair bot. Oh. Bald eagle.
So if you've got nowhere to go, just get out. This stash is mine, and I'm not
Larfleeze. It's insane.
This affair is now under Task Force X jurisdiction.
Uh-oh.
I've assigned members of the Suicide Squad to assist.
We had to have villains come in and help us.
Just keep your nose down. The squad won't step a toe out of line.
The Suicide Squad has entered.
Presents! Presents everywhere! They're mine, and you can't have them, especially this one. It's so shiny!
We have a red lantern.
Use those shielded constructs to disrupt the energy beams from each emitter. That will temporarily disable the shield that's
Come
protecting
here.
Larfleet.
No. I wonder if you can throw them. I don't think you can. I think I tried that one year. Did not work. They keep on coming over here to this dude. Now where's the... And we should have one more. Pick him up. They just misspelled my name, he says. I've never really listened to what he was saying. It's cracking me up. Oh, we're gonna be fine now. I'm gonna go back over here. Enter orange lanterns. Damn it. There he is. Have a holly jolly Christmas. Back to Larfleeze. Damn it, Larfleeze. Back to the orange. Back to the lanterns of orange. Oh, now it says my internet quality's low. Crazy. Now we're gonna defeat his ace. Peace.
I wasn't hurting anyone.
Great job. The Green Lantern Corps can take it from here. Getting those rings out of Larfleeze's hands will make the holiday season safer for everyone.
Yay! Got 4 holly leaves from that. Should have got my other holly leaves too. $21 now. That's cool. So I can get one of the Krampus things. Let's go see what we can get about Krampus. I gotta get 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. They're all 15 holly leaves. I'm going with the horns first. Got my Krampus horns, so it'll be a couple more days before I get this feat, but it'll be a fun couple of days because we do it pretty much once a day, and it goes through December 31st. So we've only got Yeah, not a lot of time. I know. We're gonna have to start logging in for Lyda and having her do it, or she can do it in her spare time, which she, yeah, which she claims not to have. There's always time for DCUO. That's my motto. But also, you get this pleasant Christmas music. It's very nice. So that is the Season's Greetings seasonal event here on DC Universe Online. Thank you for joining us on VAR Nation for another live stream. If you're watching on YouTube, this will be we'll call it a rewind. It's the recorded version. Parts may be cut out due to the recording of it, but you know, you get the gist. So once it is up on YouTube, please share and like the video if you can. We're up to 200 subs now on our YouTube channel, VAR Nation. If you're watching for the first time and you like what you see, please subscribe. You can also support the channel by clicking on the support button there on the channel. I just keep saying channel over and over again. You can follow us on Twitter at VAR_Nation, and that way you'll know when we go live. But outside of that, Season's Greetings, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. You know, whatever you celebrate, we hope you have the best from the VAR family to your family. For Lyda and Bodhi, this is Rock VAR saying peace out. Peace out for the holidays. And I hit the wrong button, so I'm still live.